And back on Local 6 Midday with another edition of Local 6 LiveLine. Visiting now with Liz Hammonds, who is the Director of Marketing and Communications with the Paducah Convention and Visitors Bureau. And boy, that's a mouthful. I said it all and didn't get hurt. But Liz, hey, I digress because this is a big week for the Paducah area and the surrounding communities because it is Quilt Week. So tell us about some of the things that we might expect during the quilt show this year.
Well, you have got that right. This is a huge time for Paducah and the surrounding area. We want to say around 30,000 quilters and quilt lovers come to Quilt Week in Paducah, which is a huge number when you stop to think about it. Quilt Week is special, and it always has been going on 40 years to Paducah. It brings in quilters from all over the world, really. You know, you think of visitors from Australia, Japan, Europe, and they come here to celebrate creative culture and the creative energy that Paducah has to offer. It's just really an exciting time.
Paducah has been referred to by many as quilt capital of the world, but we prefer to call it what? The Quilt City, USA.
Quilt City, USA, that's right. People come from all over to visit Quilt City, USA, and we are proud of that name. And you know, there's something really special about that. It just brings people everywhere. They recognize Paducah. So if you've lived in Paducah your whole life, maybe it's not as special to you as others might see it, but you know, you've got something special. You live in a really special place.
Well, being known as Quilt City, USA has a lot of extra benefits for Paducah, and a lot of which may be unseen to many of you who live here, but one in particular, and I think that is the UNESCO branding that Paducah has been labeled with.
Absolutely. So Paducah is one of only 9 UNESCO creative cities in the United States. It's a creative city of crafts and folk art, which means that Paducah's been recognized for its quilting heritage and the other artistry and the other creative energy that lives here in this community. And really, you don't have to be an artist to be a creative, you know. We're doing something creative right now, and if you you know, just go to your work every day and you deal with, whether you deal with people or you deal with projects, you're being creative in those aspects. So Paducah is excited to celebrate creative energy and to welcome the community to do that. You know, 2023 is the 10th anniversary of Paducah's designation as a UNESCO creative city, so we're celebrating all year long.
We could talk more about the UNESCO label that we've had now for 10 years because many people probably, first of all, have never heard of UNESCO. And second of all, beyond that, they may not have known that we've held that designation for 10 years now. So we'll talk more about that as the year goes on and as things go on because it is a pretty big deal, really, if I can say so myself. About the UNESCO designation, I mean, just touching on that, it's a national recognition, is it not, and a worldwide recognition?
That's right. It's an international recognition. So Paducah has doors open to other creative cities throughout the world. We have shown quilts to other cities. We've had local artists visit. Just recently, one of our local artists went to Manises, Spain, and someone from Manises just visited here in Paducah this week. So it really creates relationships with other creatives throughout the world, and it gives us this kind of recognition that Paducah and cities of our size might not normally get. So for instance, just recently, Paducah was featured in a 6-page story in Southern Living magazine, and shortly before that in Travel and Leisure magazine, and even in Garden and Gun magazine. So we've got something special, and everyone recognizes that.
We have just a few seconds left, and we want to get out there some of the extra special things that are available in this community that may not get the notoriety that they need, and that are available to everyone who lives in Paducah and the surrounding area. And I think that starts with the Challenger Learning Center.
That's right. The Challenger Learning Center is celebrating their 20th anniversary, so they have a special anniversary right now. They have wonderful programs for community members. Sprocket is another one that's very interesting, that has a creative workspace for the community and also encourages new businesses. So it's got that creative spark. Lowertown Arts and Music Festival is coming up in May, and that's a really big one. So as I said, every day we're celebrating creativity and creative energy in Paducah, and if you're part of this community, you are part of this creative energy.
Our thanks to Liz Hammonds, who is the Director of Marketing and Communications with the Paducah Convention and Visitors Bureau. And if you would like to find out more about not only the UNESCO label that Paducah has had now for 10 years, but to find out more about what Paducah has to offer in the way of travel, there's a website you can go to, and Fowler turned me on to this last week when he was here, but that is www.paducah.travel. There's no .com or org at the end of it. It's just paducah.travel. So Liz, pleasure to meet you. Thank you for your visit today.
Oh, thank you so much. It was such a good time to visit with you.
All right, and get out and enjoy Paducah and the surrounding area if at all possible. We thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We've got more Midday coming up.